morning, sunshines. Good morning, leaders of tomorrow. Good morning, Melody Kids. It's another amazing time to have fun on radio. Yes, Melody Kids, right here on Melody 100.7 FM, is back on air. I am Fiyinfoluwa Oladunjoye. This is a program that has been designed to, educate, entertain, and engage the children now from the hour of 8 till 9 a.m. Little angels, how was your week? How was school this week? I hope you had an amazing time in school, and I hope you didn't do too many stubborn activities, because I know how children can be. I hope you had fun as well. Shout out to my studio manager Adenike Adesoye, and also the engineer Wole. Bobola is in charge of our live streaming. My pretty the finest Adegoke, my amazing producer. Thank you so much. Shout out to every single person that will be working together on this show today. Children, I welcome you to another amazing episode of Melody Kids right here on Melody 100.7 FM. To start the show today, I would be sharing with you some new words. Yes, I'll be sharing some new words with you. Words that you may have not heard of before. I don't know, you may have heard them before, but I would still be sharing them with you just so you could learn, because those are the parts of the things that we do right here on Melody Kids. The first word I will be sharing with you today is tremble. Tremble. What does it mean to tremble? To shake slightly, often because of fear, cold, or excitement. I'll go again. To tremble means to shake lightly, often because of fear, cold, or excitement. And the usage in a sentence is: the puppy began to tremble when it heard the loud thunder. So what is the meaning of tremble? Tremble means to shake. Probably you want to get beaten by your teacher for doing something wrong, and you begin to shake. You are scared. That act of you being shaken is called tremble. You could tremble as a result of fear, as a result of cold, or when you are too excited. There are some times that when you are so excited about something, you wouldn't even know how to feel. You wouldn't know how to behave. Yes, you lose your composure. So tremble means to shake slightly, often because of fear, cold, or excitement. Not to forget, we are currently live on Facebook. Rush down to our Facebook page at Melody 100.7 FM, so you can view Auntie Fiyin live and direct from the studios. Shout out to Bobola once again for handling that for us. The next word is grumble. Grumble. What is the meaning of grumble? Grumble means to complain in a low voice. Grumble means to complain in a low voice. You can't grumble in a high tone. You can't grumble in a high tone. Grumble means to complain in a low voice. And the usage in sentence is: Tom started to grumble when he had to clean his room. Tom started to grumble when he had to clean his room. Grumble means to complain. Yes, when you complain in a low voice. Let's say mommy asks you to run an errand for her and you do not want to do it. You start to grumble. You start to murmur some things in your mouth. You know how you do it. I don't have to spell that to you. You already know how you do it. But I would just advise you to be a good child. Yes, I've advised you to be a good child. And you should always be helpful to your parents. Do not grumble whenever you are asked to do something. It is not good. Now, the next word is shima. I hope you are taking note of all these words, because they are definitely going to be useful for you in your day-to-day conversation and interaction. New words, speaking good vocabularies make you seem more ahead of your mates. Yeah, you look more serious. You seem like you know what you are doing. So I would like you to take note of all these new words that I'm giving you, because they will definitely be useful for you. The next word, like I said, is shima. Shimmer. Shimmer. Now, what is the meaning of shimmer? Shimmer means to shine. Yes, shining, a shining material. When a material is shining, shining means shimmer. Shimmer means shining, a shining material. And the usage in sentence is the girl is wearing a shimmering cloth. Yeah, that means her clothes is shining. Now the next word is stumble. 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 Now what is the meaning of stumble? Stumble means to trip or almost fall while walking. Stumble means to trip or almost fall while walking. Now the usage in sentence is she began to stumble over the rocks while hiking. She began to stumble over the rocks while hiking. And the last but not the least word is whisper. The last but not the least word is whisper. Now, what is the meaning of whisper? Whisper means to speak very softly or quietly. Whisper means to speak very softly or quietly. I am not whispering right now, I am talking. But when I want to whisper, I would say, "Hello, Melody Kids. Good morning to you." Yes, that is what whisper means. When your voice is not that loud. When your voice is not loud at all. You already know how you whisper. When you want to gossip in school, when you want to engage in gossip, that is when you whisper. Yes, but gossiping is not good. It is not a good trait. So do not partake in gossiping. Yes. So now the usage in sentence is she whispered a secret into her sister's ear. She whispered a secret into her sister's ear. Now let me go over the words once again. The first word is tremble. The second word is grumble. The third one is shimmer. Shimmer means shining. And the fourth word is tumble. The last but not the least is whisper. Can you see all these words are definitely going to be useful for you in your day-to-day conversation and interaction? I hope you have taken good notes of them. Now that you have already learned, and we are just about 11 minutes into the program, we still have so many things to do together. Let's go for our assembly like I used to say, and I'll be right back on the other side. Do not go anywhere. It's still Melody Kids right here on Melody 100.7 FM with Auntie Fiyin. I'll be right back. back. It's still Melody Kids right here on Melody 100.7 FM with Auntie Fee. I hope you loved the ABC song that was just played right now. You already know how we do it on the program. We learn alongside having fun. Yes, that is how we do it right here on Melody Kids. Now, let's forge straight into the segment we'll be having on today's program. We are going to be having 5 amazing segments. 5 fantastic segments. Yes, I said that. The first segment is the storyline segment. Yes, story is story time segment. And the title of our storyline segment today is Controlling Anger. What a deep and very, good topic, good story, good title. Controlling Anger. The second segment is the fun fact segment, and I have 5 amazing fun facts on today's program. Did you know? Yes, did you know? Did you actually know? You may not know, so it is better you listen so you can learn. The third segment is the Kids Say segment, and the topic for the Kids Say segment today is fighting. As you know, this is the segment where we are going to be drawing out our focus on the program. So what we are going to be focusing literally on today's show is fighting. The fourth segment is poem. And I have 2 amazing poems for you this morning. The first one is Life in Squawlocks. And the second poem is Good and Bad Children. Good and Bad Children. The last but not the least is the Riddles and Jokes segment. So right now, let's go ahead and listen to all these segments, and I'll just be right back to take you on the remaining parts of the show. Do not touch the dial. It's still Melody Kids right here on Melody 100.7 FM with Auntie Fiyinfoluwa. I will be right back.
Answer my arm, answer my arm, answer my arm, they're causing the alarm. Eggs in the pan, eggs in the pan, eggs in the pan, crack the egg like this, Hear the aeroplane, hear the aeroplane, hear the aeroplane, making lots of noise. Up go umbrellas, up go umbrellas, up go umbrellas, when it starts to rain. Take an X-ray, take an X-ray, take an X-ray, X-ray of my hand.
Storyland, it's story time. My name is Fiyinfoluwa. The title of my story is Controlling Anger. There was once a young boy who had problem controlling his temper. When he became angry, he would just say anything that came to his mind and hurt people. So his father gave him a bag of nails and a hammer and said, every time you get angry, hammer one nail into the fence in our backyard. The first few days, the boy hammered so many nails that he emptied half of the bag. Over the weeks, the number of nails he hammered to the fence reduced, and gradually his temper was much in control. Then came a day when he didn't lose his temper at all. His father asked him to remove one nail each day that he managed not to lose his temper. Finally, on the day the child was removing the last nail, his father said, "You have done well, boy, but you do see the holes in the wall. The fence is never going to be the same, even after repainting. Likewise, when you say mean things in anger, you leave a scar in the person's mind, as the nails did to the fence." The moral of the story is that anger is a dangerous weapon like a knife. When you put a knife in a man and draw it out, the wound heals, but the scar remains.
My name is Macaulay Idris. I'm here to share one fact with you. Did you know that there are more stars in the sky than grains of sand on the earth? Did you know that your mouth uses 75 muscles when you speak? Did you know that your heart is about the same size as your fist? Did you know that a shark is the only fish that can blink with both eyes? Did you know that rubber band lasts longer when refrigerated?
Hello kids, my name is Quadri Fauzan. Today on the Kids Say segment, we'll be talking about fighting. To fight means to engage in an offensive act of violence. Fights can be caused by many things, but it is mostly caused by arguments. So kids, when arguing with your mates and you notice the argument is starting to offend them, kindly walk away to avoid fighting because it solves nothing. Instead, it makes it all worse. Fighting may result to injuries, use of abusive or offensive words, and damage of properties. Fights can be avoided by dialogue, walking away, admitting faults, apologizing, and by reporting to upper authority like your teachers, parents, or someone older than you. So kids, try as much as possible to avoid fighting, both at home and in school. Learn to find a more peaceful way to resolve conflicts instead of fighting.
My name is Damilola Sugar. Fighting means disagreement between two or more people. It is not good to fight because we might end up hurting ourselves and other people.
My name is Shitu Rafiat. Fighting is the struggle between two or more people. It's not good to fight because you might end up regretting your actions and injuring people.
My name is Ituela Olamide. To fight means to quarrel. It is not good to fight because it can lead to death.
My name is Fiyinfoluwa Oladunjoye. To fight means to disagree, and it is bad to fight because it can cause enmity.
My name is Rashida Koladipo. Fighting means when two people are having misunderstanding, and it's not good to fight because they can injure themselves easily.
My name is Samuel Jika. I'm here to recite a poem titled Life in Squalor. Squatters acquire the land and no questions are asked. Ovals litter the place and open drains greet the eyes. Stench squeezes the light but cellar defy the order. Frequent epidemics and death but the population continues to grow. Nobody to care, no questions are asked. Share naked life, ever ready for the end.
My name is John Lawal. I am here to recite a poem. The title of my poem is Good and Bad Children by Robert Stevenson. Children, you are very little and your bones are very brittle. If you would grow great and stately, you must try to walk sedately. You must still be bright and quiet and content with simple diet and remain true, all bewildering, innocent and honest children. Happy hearts and happy faces, happy play in grassy places. That was how in ancient ages children grew to kings and sages, but the unkind and the unruly and the sort who eat unduly, they must never hope for glory. Theirs is quite a different story. Crude children, crying babies, all grow up as geese and gabies, hated as their age increases by their nephews and their nieces.
My name is
Aideji Omotola. I have some riddles and jokes to share with you. Why did the students study in the aeroplane? The answer is because they wanted higher grade. What disappears when you turn the light on? The answer is the dark. Before Mount Everest was discovered, what was the highest mountain in the world? The answer is Mount Everest. It was still the highest in the world. It just had not been discovered yet. Which travels faster, hot or cold? The answer is hot is faster because you can catch a cold. I did not have any special power, but I can predict the score of any football game before it begins. How can I do this? The answer is the score before any football game is always 0-0.
Welcome back. It's still Melody Kids right here on Melody 100.7 FM. Children, I hope you have learned so much from the package that was just played for you. You know, we had different segments that was played. We had the storyline segments, we had the fun facts, kids say, the poem segments, and the riddles and jokes segments. Uncle Adura is already right here to take you through the Speak Right segments. But before we go into this segment, I would like to, talk about fighting. Fighting. What is the meaning of fighting? Fight is when people argue, yell, or hurt each other because they are upset. And when does a fight happen? It can happen with friends, classmates, or even siblings. This is a very interesting topic, and I have just given you the definition of fight. I have just told you the meaning of fight. But before I go into the details of this topic properly, let's go on to the Speak Right segment with Uncle Adura, and I'll be right back on the other side. I'm already seeing your calls, and by the time we are back, I will be phoning straight into the studio lines when you can call in and join the conversation on the program today. So let's go over to the Speak Right segment, and I'll be right back after it.
Okay, Thank you for having me this week again. Good morning, Melody Kids, and welcome to the Speak Right segment with Uncle Adura. My name is Fiyinfoluwa Oladunjoye Samuel, and welcome to Melody 100.7 FM. Okay, for the past few weeks now, we've been dealing with homophones, and remember that we said homophones is derived from two words, homo and phones. Homo meaning same, and phone meaning sound. That's words with the same sound. Okay, but let's understand that the definition is different. Okay, so homophones are words with the same pronunciation, different in spellings and meanings. That's we have the same pronunciation for them, but they are different in spellings and meanings. And we started off with some examples from last 2 weeks to last week, and today we're looking at another. We're going to be looking at another different type of examples again, with that's words with the same pronunciation but different in spellings and meanings. Let me give you one example for those that are just joining us today, joining the class today, so you'll be able to understand what we'll talk about homophones. Okay, now I'm going to be using the word S-E-E and S-E-A. Now, if you pronounce those words, they're sounding alike. They sound alike. Okay, we have C and C, but one is meant for the sides, and one is like the big ocean where ships, boats, yachts, and the rest ply on. Do you understand it? Now, say I can see you, and say the ship is on the sea. Can you get it now? I can see you. That is, I can see you. The C we're using there is S-E-E. And the next one is the ship is on the sea. And the word for the sea there is S-E-A. Now you understand that what we said, homophones are words with the same pronunciation but different in spellings and meanings. Okay, this morning we're going to be looking at some words. Now, if you understand, we've been taking these words alphabetically. We started with words with the letter A. Now we're going to be going to words with the letter B now to see, like, we'll look at some words there and we'll know how to move. Okay, now the first word we're going to be looking at is bail. Is what? Bail. Bail. B-A-I-L. Bail. Bail. B-A-I-L. Now this is money paid in a court for a prisoner so as to go home before his or her trial starts. That's the money paid by a prisoner to go home so as to go home before he or she starts our trial back in court. Now that is bail. B-A-I-L. Now we also have a word B-A-L-E. That word is also pronounced as bail, and this is actually used for clothing most of the time, or when you have things in bulk. When you have things in bulk, like saying, I'm going to get a bale of clothing. Now you have clothing that are being packed together and tied up together in bulk. Now that is what we use the bill for. Remember, the first is to settle a debt in court. Okay, that's to pay in releasing someone. And the next is a tightened cloth together, packed up together for your use. Like you can have clothes, you can have cottons and the rest. Now we'll also go to the next word now. Next word is ball. Ball. B-A-L-L. Ball. Now this is a round object that is being thrown or kicked by the leg. Now, most times we use it in sports. Yes, we have the basketball, we have the football, we have the volleyball, we have the handball, everything that has to do with a ball. That's B-A-L-L, ball. You understand it? And the next word is same thing, same pronunciation, but different in spellings and meaning. Now that is B-A-W-L. B-A-W-L. Now this is to shout at the top of your voice, like yelling. When you yell at someone, like saying, the next neighbor bawled all through yesterday. That's all you can say. The next neighbor yelled all through yesterday. Okay, now that is bawl. Okay, now the next word we are going to be looking at again is bald. That's bald. B-A-L-D, bald. Okay, now that is little or no hair on your head. When you have that, it's most especially meant for men. Now you see, men most times they don't really have hair in the front of their head or thereabout. Now that's most times some people call it as ba hair. It's not ba, it's bald hair. Okay, it's bald hair. And we also have bald again. Now that's the past tense for ball. That's the past tense for ball. That's B-A-W-L-E-D. The past tense for B-A-W-L, that's ball. And the past tense is bald. Bald. Say, I bowled all through yesterday. I bowled all through yesterday. That's saying I yelled all through yesterday. Now we also have another word, and the word is band. Is what? Band. B-A-N-D. Band. It's a B-A-N-D. Band. Now these can go in different it has different uses. Now it can have a band of performers. Now that's those people that do live bands and everything. Now you also have it as a material that is tightened together. That's when you have clothes packed up together and you want to band them together, you want to tighten them up together. Okay, you can actually use that too. Okay, now we also have the next word as band too. That's the past tense for band. That's B-A-N is the present tense, and the past tense for band is B-A-N-N-E-D. That's not to allow someone or to forbid someone from doing something. Not to allow someone or to forbid someone from doing something. Okay, now we'll go to the next word, and the next word is what? Barren. It is what? Barren. It is what? Barren. That's B-A-R-O-N. Barren. It's a noun. Now, a baron is actually a business person or someone that is influential in the society. A business person, a powerful person, or someone who is influential in their society. And we also have barren again. That is when you don't have, when you cannot reproduce or when you cannot produce. That is B-A-R-R-E-N. Remember, the first is B-A-R-O-N, barren, and the next is B-A-R-R-E-N, barren. Okay, so that's the first, influential in society, like a social media influencer, a politician, a business person, someone that is highly rated in the society. And the next is someone who cannot produce, or a soil or a land that cannot produce. Okay, now we'll go to the next word now. The next is base. Is what? Base. B-A-S-E. Base. Now when you say base, B-A-S-E, that is the bottom part of a thing. The bottom part of a thing. Now, when in mathematics we have something we call something base times height. I want to remember. It's actually used for a formula. Half base times height. Yes, half base times height. That's half the base of a thing times height. Okay, now. And the last word that I'm going to be using again is base. That's B-A-S-S. Now that is the masculine tone of or the tone of a man or a guy. Now when you say someone is talking in base, now it's actually meant for a guy. Men or guys talk in base. So now we've taken those words. Now let's quickly take them from the top again so we'd remember. And I hope we're all writing these words down. Now remember that we said the first word is what? Bail. That's B-A-I-L and B-A-L-E. One is money paid in the court for a prisoner to go home before his or her trial starts. And the bail is a large quantity of clothing that is tied together. Okay. Now we also looked at ball. That's a round object that has been played. And we also looked at ball. That's to yell on top of your voice. And we also looked at bald. That's to have a bar air. That's little or no air on your head. And we also looked at bald. That's the past tense for ball. Okay. We also looked at band and band. band and band, B-A-N-D. That's to tie something together, and or a group of people performing a live music. And we also have band. That's the past tense for ban. Okay, that's to forbid someone from doing something or something like, or not to allow someone to do something. Now the last word, second to the last word we looked at is what? Baron. Now I said baron is a business person, a powerful person, an influential person, a social media person that is well known in the society, a powerful person, a politician, and the rest are barons. That's B-A-R-O-N. And we also looked at the word that has the same pronunciation but different in spellings and meaning, and that is B-A-R-R-E-N, and that is barren. To be barren, that's not to be productive. We can say this land is barren, that's this land is not productive, or this woman is barren, that's this woman has no child or children. Now the last word we looked at is base. That's B-A-S-E and B-A-S-S. B-A-S-E is the bottom part of a theme. That's the last part, the bottom, the lower part of a theme. That's the base. Remember, I gave you a mathematical formula where I would say I have base times height. And we looked at the next word as B-A-S-S. That is the masculine tone of a person. And this base is actually most times used when you're singing. When you're singing as a guy, we have soprano, we have the tone, we have the tonifier, the soprano, the bass, and the tenor, and the rest like that. Thank you. So the bass part is actually meant for guys and everything. Okay, now this is where we're going to be wrapping it up today. Remember, homophones derive from two different words that are same and sound. Homo means same. Phones mean sound. So homophones are words with the same pronunciation, different in spellings and meanings. So we've looked at different examples today, and I want us to always practice these words day by day. So because we understand that practice is what makes word perfect. Okay, till we meet again, same time, same place next week. I still remember your humble host for the Speak Right segment, Fiyinfoluwa Oladunjoye with Miss Samuel. Join me next week Saturday again as we're going through some words, okay, on Melody 100.7. Have a great week ahead and enjoy your weekend. Bye.
And you too, Uncle Adura. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That was fantastic and amazing. Now back to what I was discussing before we went on the Speak Right segment. We were discussing fight. Yes, and that was picked from the Kids Say segment on today's program, fight. And just like I explained to you before we went for the Speak Right segments, fight is when people argue, yell, or hurt each other. Yell means to shout. Yes, yell means to shout. Y-E-L-L. So fight is when people argue, yell, or shout at each other because they are upset. To be upset means to be angry. Yes, to be upset means to be angry. And fights can happen between two or more people. It can happen between friends, classmates, or even siblings. Yes, there's this common saying that goes by that even the teeth and the tongue, they fight. But when they settle it, nobody knows. Nobody knows when they settle it. And there is also this other saying that says that do not let the sun goes down before your anger. Yes, so when you are angry or when you are mad at someone, do not overdo it. Do not get too angry to the extreme, because anger is a tool for destruction, and anger is part of the reasons that lead to fight. So fighting is not the right way to solve problem. Never. Fighting is never the right way to solve problem. So now, why do people fight? What are the reasons that causes fight between people? The first one is someone felt disrespected. Yes, the first one is someone felt disrespected. When the other party feels disrespected by the other person, you'll be like, why are you talking to me like that? Why are you addressing me like that? Because respect is reciprocal. But when you are not giving the respect that you are supposed to give to someone, it could lead to anger, and from anger it will graduate to fight. But fighting is never an option. I hope you are taking notes, because fight is something that it is very common, mostly among children. You fight for little things. Probably someone takes your pen in school, someone tore your book. Instead of you to sit down and settle it amicably between yourself, you would resort to fighting, which is very, very bad. Now, the second point I'll be telling you today is that what causes fight is when something didn't go your way. When something did not go your way, probably you want something and the thing did not go your way, you fight to claim your rights, which is not meant to be. You can claim your rights quietly, you can claim your rights peacefully, without causing arguments, without fighting. Now, I'll be moving on to the next reason that causes fight. Fight happens when people misunderstand each other. Fight happens when people misunderstand each other. That is quite self-explanatory. When you misunderstand yourself, probably someone says something and you misunderstand what the person said to something else, you will feel angry, you will feel upset within you, and it could lead to fight. Now, I'll be giving you some good points that could step that could make you withdraw from fighting. The first one is that it is okay to feel angry, but it is not okay to hurt someone else, because fighting is a physical activity. So it is okay for you to feel angry and express yourself. You can express yourself verbally. You can express yourself with words of mouth. And when I mean verbally, I do not mean that you should start insulting the other party, because if you insult the other party, it could still result to fight. You should talk it out peacefully among yourself. It is okay to feel angry, but it is not okay to hurt. The next one is walk away if it is getting too hot. If you notice that the argument is already getting heated, you notice that the other person is not taking it lightly or taking it easy, you can just quietly walk away. Fighting is never an option. An option. You don't have to win a fight. You win by staying peaceful. Yes, you don't have to prove a point by fighting. By the time you walk out peacefully, that is when you have won that fight. That is when you have won that argument. I will start to call out the phone lines now so that you can contribute to the program today. The question I'll be asking you today is that, have you ever had a fight with your friend, your family, your sibling, your neighbors? Have you ever had a fight with them? And if yes, what caused the fight? What happened? And how did you settle it between yourself? How did you settle the fight between yourselves? I will go by the question again. Have you ever had a fight with your friend or your sibling or your classmates in school? What caused the fight and how did you settle it between yourselves? The studio lines you can call are 0702 520 107, 0702 520 107, or you call 0705 507 107, 0705 507 107. I want to hear from you this morning. I want to hear your experience. I want to learn from your experience. What's happened between you and your friend or your sibling that led to a fight, and how did you settle it? How did you make peace between yourselves? Once again, the studio lines you can call at 0702 520 107, or you call 0705 507 107. Another point I'll be sharing on today's program is that, I missed that call. I lost that call. Please do well to call back. I would really like to hear from you. I would really like to hear your experience. Another point, like I said, that I'll be sharing on the program is that don't fight to impress others. Yes, don't fight just because you want to impress others, because fighting to look tough never ends well. Fighting to look tough never ends well. When you are trying to prove a point, when you are trying to impress someone by fighting, you will either end up getting yourself hurt, injured. You will either end up getting yourself hurt or injured. So fighting is never an option, and you cannot even find a child with good morals, with good conduct wherever they are fighting. No, it is only the stubborn ones that are always fighting. And melody kids, do you want to be a stubborn child? No, you do not want to be a stubborn child. So make sure you stay away from fights. I lost another call again. I don't know what is wrong with the reception, but keep trying to call in. Keep trying to call in. Hopefully, the network gets better. The numbers you can call are 0702 520 107. 0702 520 107. So all the calls that I have lost due to the network, please kindly do well to call back. I would really like to hear from you this morning. So like I was saying, do not fight to impress others. And another very practical way that you can ease to withdraw from fight is to say sorry when you are wrong. Sorry can fix a lot of things. Sorry can fix a lot of things. Yes, learn to say sorry when you are wrong. Learn to admit your mistake. Last week we discussed pride on the show, and when you are proud, you would find it very difficult to admit your mistakes. So do not make pride to be invested so much in you. Learn to say sorry when you are wrong. If you started the fight or you said something hurtful to the other party, be brave to say sorry. It is very, very simple. I am sorry for what I said to you. I am sorry for what I did. Learn to apologize. Learn to apologize. Learn to make peace among yourself. Hello. Hello. Good morning, dear. Your name and where you are calling from? Good of you, Desmond. Your age and your class. What class are you, Desmond? What class are you? Good of you. Now, have you been listening to the program from the beginning?
We talked about fighting.
Okay, so the question I'll be asking you now is, have you ever had a fight with someone, probably with your friend or your sibling?
Yes.
What caused the fight?
Quarrel.
What caused the quarrel? What happened between the two of you? What led to the fight? I want to know.
Like once we were talking about something.
Okay.
And you don't want to listen to the question, and you don't want to listen to what the person saying, and what the person is true. It will cause a fight and it will cause quarrel.
Wow. So how do you make peace between two people that are fighting? Or when you're fighting with someone, how do you make peace with the person? Oh, thank you for calling. Thank you for calling. You ran away, but thank you so much for calling. It was really nice to hear from you, Desmond. I have another call, which is going to be my last call for today. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning to you.
My name is Festus.
And where are you calling from? Where are you calling from, Festus?
From Oladunjoye, Ibadan.
Okay, Festus, can I know your age and your class?
I'm 11 and I'm in JSS2.
Good of you. Have you ever had a fight, Festus? Have you ever had a fight with a friend or a sibling or your classmates?
Yes.
Now tell me, what caused the fight? Quickly, because we don't have much time.
Okay, me and my brother was talking and a stranger walked up to us and started mimicking us. Then we started insulting each other, but an old woman settled the fight.
Wow. How did she settle the fight?
She reported those boys to their parents.
Good. So you see, it is very good to make peace, right?
Yes, ma.
Good. Good of you. Do not engage in fights. I'm glad the old woman was able to settle the fight between the two of you. Thank you so much for calling.
Ma'am.
Thank you so much for
Thank you,
calling.
ma'am.
All right, that is going to be my last call on the show for today. Special shout outs to every single person that has contributed to this show. I lost a lot of calls due to the network. I am very sorry. Next week is going to be another time to connect with me on Melody Kids. My studio manager is Adenike Adesoye. Thank you for holding things down right here. Shout out to Bobola that is in charge of our Facebook live streaming. Also, do well to follow us across all our social media pages at Melody 100.7 FM. We're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, we are on TikTok, on YouTube, anywhere, name it. Melody 100.7 FM. Follow, share, and turn on the notification so that you can get notified whenever we drop new updates. This is why I am going to be ending the show today, and I will just be back next week to give you another amazing time right here on Melody Kids on Melody 100.7 FM. Be a good child and do not involve in a fight. Yes, be a good child and do not involve in fight. Learn to make peace with one another. Learn to make peace with one another. Owambe Ladbo Melody comes shortly after Melody Kids. So do well to keep it locked right here on Melody 100.7 FM. Until I come your way again next week, stay good.